Hello, and welcome to Cap 13 News. I'm Jackie Chang. The qualified admission program between Fort Scott Community College and Pittsburg State is currently being suspended due to some recent change in the state and at the university. Pittsburg State University used to have tighter admission requirements, which made it difficult for students to be accepted. The program has students enroll in both colleges, but take classes through FSCC while still being able to enjoy PSU's campus. PSU Director of Admission at PSU, Scott Donaldson, says PSU now has a higher acceptance rate.
Recently, the Kansas Board of Regents changed the admission requirements so that really we are accepting nearly 98% of the students that apply to go to school here. In fact, it might be as high as 99.
For the student currently in the program, they are given two options: get an associate degree or transfer directly to the Pitt State. FSCC Vice President Adam Borst stated, quote, "We wanted to just put the program on the proverbial shelves at this time. This is because there may be a time down the road when the program is needed again." Having healthy relationships is extremely important, especially when in college. The Student Government Association and PSU Students for Violence Prevention are coming together to create a support group meeting to help showcase healthy relationships. Guerrilla Support Network is a new organization here on campus that is dedicated to helping students need. The Healthy Relationship Support Group is the first of many upcoming groups. The groups are open to PSU students who want to try and make better connections in their life. The group comes together to help college students become more comfortable talking about healthy relationships and to give them tools to work through them. The groups meet every Monday for the next 3 weeks in Sunflower Room in the Overman at 5 p.m. Please RSVP before attending by emailing violencepreventionga@pittstate.edu. Pitt State newest minor and certificate program is in sustainability. Cap 13 reporter Kyle Chapman has the story.
PSU is the first university in the state of Kansas to offer a sustainability education program like this.
It's going to be the first university with a minor in sustainability as well. I think it gives students the edge when they're applying for jobs, because that perspective, the interdisciplinary thinking, we need to make decisions in a more thoughtful way for the future.
The professors working to make this program happen want students to know that the concepts discussed in their courses will translate into every major and career setting.
Anything in science, technology, engineering, math, or STEAM programs through in arts and social sciences there as well. Having an understanding of sustainability is vital. There's so many new career pathways opening up in a variety of marketplaces because organizations are striving to improve in these areas.
The curriculum includes classes on sustainability methods, resource management, and the environment. But the big takeaway students will get from this program is a concrete way to make our future more secure.
We need jobs, we need economic growth, but we need to do it in a way that ensures that, our community 2-3 generations down the line has the resources and the quality of life that they really need.
The certificate program is 12 credit hours long, and the minor is 19 credit hours long. Students should be able to join the program as early as next fall. This has been Cale Chapman reporting for CAPS 13 News.
For students with a major in graphic design, a new on-campus job might interest you. The PSU Art Department is searching for a graphic designer to assist in creating promotional material for both print and social media. While students with either a GIT or art major are preferred for the job, anyone can apply on Guerrilla for Hire. Applications are due by April 7th at 8 a.m. Graduate students in the chemistry department have been getting research presentations ready all semester long, and now getting to show them off. Cap 13 reporter Pride Legend has the story.
The PSU Research Colloquium is an event held to allow Pitt students to show off their research. It will be online this year, so students participating have had to make a video presentation to showcase their findings. The colloquium is held April 4th, but their presentations will have to be submitted a week prior to the event on April 7th. Tenzin Ingsel and Kelsey Thompson explain a little bit about their research with electrodes and energy.
My project was on cobalt oxide. So cobalt is a transition metal, and they are of low cost and readily available. Usually heavy metals or precious metals are used to split water.
We use some of the same materials we use for supercapacitors to generate hydrogen. We put the electrodes in water with some sort of salt electrolyte, and we can generate a current, and then that current can be used to split the water into hydrogen and oxygen gas. And the hydrogen gas can be stored later for use in the energy grid.
Other students, like Felipe Martins de Souza, have been researching how to make flame-retardant materials.
Using bio-based materials and creating, synthesizing polyurethane foams. So these things, like maybe you're not familiar with the name, but they can be used, for example, in cars, in constructions. And we are making these materials flame retardant. So then they become safer and can be widely used without concern for like burning and releasing toxic smokes.
De Souza and others will also be presenting their research at the Materials Research Society meeting and exhibit starting April 17th. The graduate students with research focused on energy applications will also be participating in the Electrochemical Society meeting starting April 30th. For CAPS 13 News, I'm Pride Leggins.
This year's Greek Week festivals will look a little bit different than they have in the past. Events that were held in person are being held in a new online format. Greek Week takes place the week of April 12th. This year's Arab band competition will be a TikTok challenge. Each Greek life organization will recreate popular Vine video on TikTok. In addition to TikTok, the chapter will create a banner and 10-foot sculpture in their own space. Coming up, departments around campus are planning an award ceremony a little differently this spring. That's next when CAPS 13 News returns.
Hey Guerrilla Nation, this is Stu Height, Chief of Police here at Pittsburg State. Hope you're off to a great semester, and we want to just give you a couple of reminders of how to take care of your valuables. Please don't ever leave them unattended for any length of time at all. We live on a very safe campus and a very safe community, but you can never be too safe. So if you ever need anything, if you have any questions, any concerns about anything ranging from parking or just safety and security, please feel free to call us anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Go Gorillas!
Department head and faculty members are starting to plan award ceremonies for students, but each department is handling it differently. CAPS 13's Isaac Bowman has the story.
As the semester begins to wind down, throughout the month of April, several departments on campus will be honoring students with award ceremonies. Each department has several questions to tackle, including online versus offline or student involvement. Two key figures, Dr. Como in communication and Dr. Patterson in English, shared their plans for holding ceremonies.
Last year, we had to make a decision at the last minute because it was our first experience with COVID, and we just felt too overwhelmed to try to do anything except recognize them on our social media pages. And that actually worked quite well. People were happy with the recognition that they got on social media, and they were able to upload their photos if they wanted to, and to add comments if they wanted to. So that seemed to be so successful that we just decided we would stick with it.
The students have voted, apparently, to have another Zoom award ceremony. So that's where we're planning at this particular point, is to have another Zoom award ceremony, and that's because that's what the students wanted, and so we're in the very start of that planning process to be able to do that, to award the scholarships and the awards.
Ultimately, there was no question that ceremonies would go on as they always have.
There was no doubt about recognizing the students. We didn't want the students to miss out on that recognition, so we were determined that we would do it. We would recognize them one way or another.
This is about the students. This is the student celebration. This is, for the seniors to graduate, to kind of have that time with each other, and then also for the scholarship winners to be recognized.
For CAPS 13 News, I'm Isaac Bowman.
International Student Association hosts a culture performance for the community. The International Showcase was held at Bicknell Center. Students from different countries present their talents and culture to the community. The event previous had a food sale, but due to the social distance policy, ISA canceled it this year.
I think that's the big difference being without the food. I think the food was a big chunk of what the International Fair, the showcase used to be. But I think that this year the ISA did a good job on coordinating together with the Bicknell to make a good show for everybody.
This month, Pittsburg State is teaming up with Chicken Annie's to bring something special to the surrounding area. Because of COVID-19, PSU alumni and constituent relation was unable to host any guerrilla gathering this year. Instead, they will be hosting events in Wichita, Kansas City, Tulsa, and Rogers, Arkansas. Meals will be take-home. Customers will be required to receive a plate before the date. For more information, go to pittstate.edu and check out events. Coming up, Pitt State baseball hit the mound to take on Emporia State, plus a look ahead at their next game. That's after the break.
I've got a lot of things on my mind. Some things might make you laugh, some things might make you cry, some things might even compromise national security. Why is the internet so obsessed with cats? Hashtag dogs are better. Sorry, but it's true. I can't wait for my trip to Vegas this week, and hashtag Friday can't get here fast enough. Have a nice trip. I hate my job. My boss is such a Oh, crap.
Pittsburg State had a matchup with Emporia State in their most recent game. Emporia State would take a 5-0 lead through 5 innings, but the Gorillas would march back to knot things up at 5-all in the 6th inning. The Gorillas would then take a 7-5 lead in the 7th off of a 2-run homer by Ryan Koval, but it would not be enough as Emporia State would reel off 5 runs in the 8th inning. The Gorillas would score again in the 9th off of a 2-run home run by Garrett McGowan, but the Gorillas would fall short, losing 10-9. Despite the loss, the Gorillas remained in 4th place in the conference with a record of 9-6 and a 12-7 record overall, while Emporia State improved to 4-12 in the conference and 8-14 overall. The Gorillas seem not to be phased after the loss to Emporia State. Hear what Coach Fornelli and his team had to say as they look forward to their upcoming series with Rogers State. After losing to Emporia State over the weekend, Coach Fornelli believes his team is not struggling. It's just the ebbs and flows of the MIAA conference.
Any given day, anybody can beat you in our conference, and had opportunities, just didn't pitch well enough down the stretch. Got a 7-5 lead in the 8th, and before we got out of the top of the 8th, we were down 10-7. So that's just part of baseball. Baseball is a humbling sport. You think you were right where you need to be at one time, and then ball bounces the wrong direction or misses it by an inch or two, and things change in a hurry. And we can't hang our heads on that. We got to get ready to play a very good Rogers State team this weekend.
With this season being so different from the others, he knows they can't dwell on it, as they have a big matchup with Rogers State ahead.
You know, we got to continue to grind. It's such a weird season because you play 2 days a week, it seems like, and it's just baseball. You're usually playing four days a week, and you get a little repetition, and you feel good about yourself, and things get going. But this year's different. We got to grind through it. We only got 21 more games, so we got to continue to get better each and every day.
The Grillers are eager to get back out on the diamond, as they believe last game is just added motivation.
I think with any loss, you come off with some motivation. So with this one, I'm sure we want to get this bad taste out of our mouth. So if we can just walk away, take one game at a time, one pitch at a time, one inning at a time, I think that we'll just be just fine. But we got to play hard and fast and smart and together, importantly.
We'll be right back after this.
Vision loss is not something that you feel until it happens.
Most people lose their vision from diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma, not at birth.
3 million Americans have glaucoma, and half don't even know it.
11 million people in the United States have macular degeneration.
So many eye disorders can be treated if caught early.
Make a plan today to get your eyes checked.
Visit brightfocus.org to learn more.
Big News Center held a Percussion Ensemble virtual concert on Monday, March 29th. The Percussion virtual concert, directed by Jim Clanton and featured work by Josh Guthrie, Angela Capley, Scott Harding, Blake Tyson, and the new work by composer and PSU alum Ryan Robinson. If you want to watch the record of the virtual concert, you may search on the Vimeo page of Pitt State, pittstate.tv. That's our news for now. Join us next week for more Cap 13 news. Have a great day.